Hi everyone, I'm Miss Sarah and welcome to K Storytime. We're going to talk about swimming today, but before we get started, let's do our calendar. Alright, so I think by now we know that K Storytime is always on a Tuesday. And can anyone tell me what month it is? That's right, it is July. And it is July 27th. Look out your window and tell me what the weather's like. For me, it is partly cloudy. And we are still in summertime. So, today is Tuesday, July 27th. The weather is partly cloudy and it is summertime. Good job, guys. So, like I said, we're going to talk about swimming today. Do you guys have a favorite place to swim? Maybe a pool or the beach? What about a lake? Or maybe it's just your bathtub. I don't know. But I'm going to recite a little poem about swimming. It goes like this. Swimming in the water, cool and bright. I kick my feet with all my might. When I'm tired, I float and I pretend to be a boat. I like to hold my breath and dive, swim beneath the water and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What a dive! Okay, so let's read our first book. It is called No Swimming for Nelly. And it was written by Valeri Gorbachev and published by Holiday House. Mommy gave Nelly a new swimsuit, and Nelly looked marvelous. It's for swimming, said Mommy. No swimming for me, said Nelly. Why not? Mommy asked. Because the water is cold, and I don't like the waves. I don't like water in my eyes and nose, and because water scares me. I like my swimsuit, but I don't want to go swimming. So Nelly wore her swimsuit while biking, while playing basketball, having dinner at a fancy restaurant, and even while she was sleeping. Nelly and Mommy took a short plane ride, and Grandma met them at the airport. Soon they were at Grandma's house, where Nelly saw all of Grandma's trophies. Grandma was a swimming champion. I see you're all ready for your first lesson, Grandma said. No swimming for me, Nelly said. But can I watch you? Grandma and Nelly walked to the pool. It was very big. Then Nelly sat in a chair and watched Grandma dive into the water and race across the pool 5 times without stopping. Grandma was still a champ. Come on in, Grandma said. Nelly dipped in a toe, then a foot, and then an ankle. The water wasn't even that cold. Soon she was up to her waist in the water, Nelly thought she'd be scared, but she wasn't. Grandma showed Nelly how to blow bubbles. Nelly really liked the bubbles she made. Then Grandma showed Nelly how to float and kick and move her arms. Time for dinner, Mommy called. But I want to keep swimming, Nelly said. At dinner time, Nelly practiced blowing bubbles. She practiced moving her arms and kicking too. Nelly even practiced in her sleep. That's quite silly. And when Nelly went back into the pool the next day, she swam like a champion. There she goes. Just like Grandma. Well, look at that. Nelly learned how to swim and she's not afraid of the pool anymore. That's awesome. Let's talk more about swimming. So, do you know how to swim? Maybe you don't, and that's okay. I didn't learn how to swim until I was like maybe 10 or 12 years old. You can swim at the pool or at the beach, but it's very important that you keep an adult around you when you're swimming. That means when you go into the water, you should have a grown-up helping you. And sometimes the idea of swimming can be scary, but as long as you have a grown-up with you, you'll always be safe. Let's read our next book. It's called Holly's Day at the Pool. And it was written by Benson Shum and published by Hyperion. Holly's Day at the Pool. When Piggy Wig is stuck in a tree, Holly is the only one who can save him. Piggy Wig is Dottie's favorite toy. And there's Piggy Wig all the way up in the tree. Don't worry, Dottie, says Holly. She lets her imagination run wild. I am very brave. I agree, says Daddy. Now let's go to the pool. Pool! No! I don't want to go to the pool, says Holly. What if the water is too cold? It might be a little cold at first, says Daddy, but the longer you stay in the water, the nicer it will feel. Then Holly says, what if I sink, oop, I actually skipped a page. What if I get water in my eyes, or my nose, or my ears? Wipe the water away if it gets in your eye, says Daddy. Give it a snort if it gets in your nose. Shake your head like this if it gets in your ears. Then Holly said, what if I sink to the bottom? If you feel yourself sinking, remember your swimming lesson, says Daddy. Hold your breath, kick your legs, and stroke with your arms. Then Holly says, what if a big, scary, snapping turtle pinches me? Uh-oh. There's a snapping turtle. As you can see, Holly, Daddy says, there aren't any snapping turtles here. Ready for a splash? No, says Holly. What if Whoosh! Piggy Wig! Dottie cries. Uh-oh, Piggy Wig went into the water. Don't worry, says Holly. I'll save Piggy Wig. Holly reaches with her hand. Holly reaches with her foot. Holly holds her breath and jumps in. Brrr! The water is chilly at first, but soon it feels fine. Holly saves Piggy Wig, and then she kicks with her legs and strokes with her arms all the way to the side of the pool. Holly wipes the water from her eyes, and snorts the water from her nose, and shakes the water from her ears. Here you go, says Holly. Holly saved Piggy Wig, says Dottie. You are an excellent swimmer, and a good sister, and a very brave girl, says Daddy. If I am all of those things, Holly agrees. She says, I am all of those things, Holly agrees, but I am especially brave. Except for turtles, says Dottie. Ah! Holly cries. You're right, and there is a big, scary snapping turtle in this pool. It's only me, says Birdie. We're all playing pool tag, and you're it. It turns out Holly is very good at playing pool tag, and especially Cannonball Splash. Daddy, what if I never want to leave? We can always come back tomorrow, says Daddy. Tomorrow. And that's the end. Wow, everyone is just learning how to swim in our books today. How awesome. So we have an activity for this week, and it is called At the Pool. And so it gives you instructions. It says the flip-flops are green. So you find the flip-flops and you color them green. And then it says the goggles are blue. And you find the goggles and you paint them blue, and so on. And that is all I have for you this week. I will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.